Good morning, lovelies. I'm Nimz and welcome back to another day of Nimz Ramble. And today I decided to talk about hope. With talking about disappointments yesterday, I just felt a pull towards talking about my journey with hope. I often found myself in situations where I felt completely hopeless, and it was beyond disappointment. It was more like hopelessness. And I was just trying to numb the situation, but I didn't realize that I was embarking myself upon this very negative loop of my own creation. And it took me years, and when I say years, I mean years, to finally escape that. And I know how easy it is to fall back into it, having myself fallen often back into that state of hopelessness. It's wired into my subconscious mind. That state of thinking will always be a part of my mind. I have to choose to see it, have a different perspective. When I look up the definition of hope, it's to cherish a desire with anticipation. It's to want something to happen or to be true. It's to desire with expectations of attainment or fulfillment. To expect with confidence and with trust. You see, I was so busy looking and hoping for the wrong things that I didn't even realize at the time that I needed to have hope in myself and that I needed to love myself in order to be able to attract more of the things I did hope to have. Law of attraction, right? Looking at this, to me personally, it's to pray. It's to manifest things using the law of attraction. It's to have trust in your higher power of your understanding and in yourself that it will happen. I always found that hope in the right place and at the right time in your life can be life-changing. I know it certainly was for me. Like, honestly, I will give you examples. It was like at every corner of hopelessness came somebody like an angel in disguise, bringing me back towards the path of hope. A social worker that took me into foster care, a friend that would bring me to church every Sunday, someone telling me about my personal strength, like yesterday when I was not having the greatest nights, my best friend, one of my best friends, Joanie, telling me, you're the strongest human being I know. You can do this. You got this. It's the arrival of my daughter into my life. It's watching my parents change their own lives for us, children. It's reading the right book at the right time that sparks the passion back into your life. It certainly was for me. I started reading one book and, next thing you know, I'm on this path I'm in today. I remember times in my life where I thought everything was just out to get me. Like, God hates me, everybody hates me, I hate me. I was feeling like I was better off this physical plane than in it. Very suicidal. I wanted to die. I did end up in the hospital a couple times. You see, times where I often had those times where I didn't know where my next meal would come from or how I would manage to keep a roof over my head. In times like those, I really had to have hope in my inner self and in my inner strength. And it always got me through it. Hope in times like that in my life meant to have to let go of the result in which I thought I had to have. It's those of which were keeping me actually stuck in a state of hopelessness. My ego self wanted things that weren't necessarily good for me. I had to become one with the things I was so desperately trying to outrun. I was always trying to dodge my problems and to dodge my things, but I really had to complete my past and become one with it. Understand that it was a stepping stone to the present day. I had to meditate and observe my thoughts. I had to really let my inner self be a part of that which fueled me in times of hardships. I had to give my ego self a kicking, metaphorically speaking, of course. I had to say, okay, Nam, look back at your life. Look back. You see that? See those amazing things you went through? So why are you sitting here crying, complaining, and comparing? Don't you have any hope in yourself and in the power that got you here today? Come on, Nimz. Don't you see that all those hardships that you went through were for a bigger reason? You just don't see it. They got you here today. So you can get through this too. You got this. You are strong. So today, lovelies, I'm going to leave you guys with this. hope is found everywhere. I find that for me, that's in the people that have helped me to get here. It's social workers and friends and parents and foster parents. It's my church family that have helped me move in hard times, that have been there for me to fill my pantry, that have helped me so many times. It's my soul family, which helped me and listened to me in times where I was so confused when my awakening was happening. It's my actual family who, although we have been through hell and back, we still found back each other, and we still hung on to hope. It's, you know, all those amazing things. There's always gonna be that negative part of you, you know, that inner critic, where you criticize every little thing inside yourself, every little thing about everyone around you. We all have that. It's okay. But you have to look up at the people that are in your corner of the boxing match. Who's in your corner of the boxing match? Who's out there wanting you to succeed? Who's out there answering those calls when you feel like crying and when you're comparing and telling you not to? Those people, they have hope in you. And that's because you have hope in them. You share hope together. So realize that. You're a kick-ass person, lovelies. You are a kick-ass person, and you deserve to have hope in your lives. And with that, I wish you all a wonderful day. I'm off to spend my Saturday with my daughter, and I will talk to you tomorrow for Sunday filming. I'm not a huge fan of November 11th, but it is a special day, so I will still give you guys a filming. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day.